Oh, hi there. And we are live. This hour on Verbling, the next in my Grammar Garage series. This is the class where we try to give you, I'm not going to say it's something new, but try to revise your grammar skills. But we do it in a way that allows you to communicate in a fairly natural way. So we're always going to look at a text that will have all the examples you need of that particular grammatical skill or that part of the language. And through communicating, you're going to get a chance to put it into use once we've identified the pronunciation, the form, and the meaning of that particular grammatical structure. So today we're going to be working on the present perfect, but we're not going to look at just the present perfect through boring exercises. We're going to look at the present perfect in a context where it makes sense. In particular, we're going to talk about travel, air travel, to be specific. All of that and more coming up in just a minute. But first, let me just do a quick introduction and then we will get started. I'm John Eric, your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, coming at you today from Lisbon, Portugal, to bring you this class. By the way, if you click on that link in the Verbling chat window, it takes you here to my profile page. On the left, you can follow me to get notifications of my upcoming group classes, and on the right, you can book a private tutoring session or package with me. I'm creating packages as we speak. And what I'll do with you is I will create a personalized learning plan to help you get to your goals in English as soon as possible, something particular to your goals. So send me a message if you're interested. I prefer that you send me a message first rather than book first because I want to make sure that I have time for you in my schedule. Let's take a look at some of the material for today. We're going to be practicing the present perfect by talking about a journey. If you want to see this presentation close up or you want a copy of it, click the link that I'm posting right now in the chat window and in the Google group chat as well, either place. And if there's anything you have trouble reading or seeing, you'll be able to see it close up. Plus, you can have a copy to study later. So, let's get started. Let me just make sure your microphones are working. First person I saw was Mr. Victor. Hello, Victor. How are you today?
Pretty fine, thank you for asking. And you?
I'm pretty fine too. More than pretty fine. I'm excellent. And I hope you're better than pretty fine. I hope you're excellent too, Victor. Are you excellent?
Yes, I am excellent.
Very good. How about you, Javier? Are you excellent too, or are you just pretty fine? What should be better than pretty fine?
Excellent, yeah.
Excellent, excellent, fantastic. Christian, you're always excellent. Am I right?
How are you today again? I'm present. I'm still here.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Still here is always a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look. First of all, let's start with, we're going to talk about a journey. Hey, what do you see in the picture there, Christian?
It's a big, it's a huge of people, you know, with plane, and the people is sitting in the plane, and I don't know if the people is hungry or not, but it's a big mistake maybe.
Ah,
yeah.
It's
a traffic jam of all the plane, you know. It's
a traffic jam. It
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
They do seem a little bit angry. Javier, is this what it's like when you go flying? Can you relate to this picture?
When I go flying.
Is it something like this?
Yeah, depends on the company, on the flight company. Yes, something like this. Yeah.
Which company is like this?
I mean, yeah, the cheapest ones. Yeah.
The cheapest ones.
Yeah.
I guess we won't mention any names. Ryanair.
Yeah.
We won't mention any
Yeah,
names.
this is one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, this pretty much sums it up. The last time. Yeah. I'll be nice to Ryanair.
Yeah, I mean, I normally I fly with Ryanair. I mean, it's good service, but yeah, I mean, the main problem is the seats. Yeah, that you have.
Yeah. The main problem for me is the service, not the
The
seats.
service, but I mean, it's not really bad, no?
It's been pretty bad. I'll tell you, the last time I flew in Ryanair, by the way, I should say something. As far as I know, Ryanair has like one of the best safety records of any airline out there, as far as
Yeah.
I know. So Ryanair is definitely not bad. But the last time I flew, we landed in the destination. It was raining. It was like really wet raining, like really heavy rain. And the plane had to park in the middle of nowhere. It wasn't connected to the terminal. So normally a little bus comes and gets you, right?
Yeah.
Not with Ryanair. They opened the door. They'd said, go down the steps because we have to clear the plane. And the moment we all left the plane, they shut the door behind us. And everyone realized that we were just going to stand there and get wet. So we all started running through the the parking lot, basically. And in about 5 minutes, we got to the terminal. No bus came to collect us. Unbelievable. Anyway, that's Ryanair. But we landed safely, so that's a good thing, right? Anyway, and they're definitely affordable. That's one amazing thing. If you can book ahead 2 months in advance or 3 months, yeah, you can get very cheap flights. So that's good too. Let's say hello to a new face. We have Daniel out there. Hello, Daniel. How are you?
Hi, teacher. I'm fine, thank you.
Very good. Daniel, are you a musician?
Yes, I'm a musician.
I was just guessing. Is that music you've written?
No, this is a jazz standard.
Oh, yeah. It looks like something from the fake book, like the standards. Ah, okay, very good. And what's your instrument, Daniel?
Yes, my instrument is I play piano.
Play the piano. Excellent. Very good. Do you play jazz? Is that a
Yes,
jazz dance?
absolutely. Jazz and funk and well,
Oh, everything. Okay.
yes.
Do you play jazz some days and punk other days, or do you play them at the same time?
Sorry?
Those are two very different styles of music, aren't they? Jazz and punk?
Yes, I'm trying to play several styles, but because it's very important for me to have expression in several styles.
Uh-huh. Gotta be versatile.
Yes.
Versatile. Hey, remember the Sex Pistols from 1978?
Yes.
They did when Sid Vicious left the band, he did a jazz standard, kind of a jazz standard. He did My Way, so he did a punk version of My Way, which is a great track. So there you go, punk and jazz mixed together. It's possible.
Ah, really?
Oh, I did it! Why? That's how he sang it.
So,
All right, very good. And let's say hello to Kako. Welcome back. Nice to see you again.
Hey, teacher. Nice to see you as well. Thank you.
All right. So let's crack the code on the present perfect by talking about air travel. What I want to know is, what are some good and bad things about air travel? First of all, before we even get into the lesson, tell me something that you like about flying. Kako, why don't you start? What's a good thing about air travel, in your opinion? Do you ever fly?
Sorry.
Yes, teacher. I have traveled. I have applied many times. An advantage is how it is fast compared with traveling by car, with traveling by ship.
Yeah,
Or-
it's faster.
Or
than-
by train, for example.
It's much faster than other forms of travel. Absolutely. That is a big deal, because a lot of people are afraid of flying. But if you have the choice of taking a boat to America or taking a flight, I think you're going to choose a flight. 8 hours instead of a week, right? Or whatever. I don't know how long it takes to get across the Atlantic. Absolutely. What's something that you don't like about air travel?
Maybe it's sometimes when the plane is plenty of people
Mm-hmm.
and when it's crowded, you know, in the plane. I don't like that, but I don't like also when the plane, you know, is bumpy all the times. Bumpy,
Turbulent.
yes, bumpy and jolted, you know, and
Right.
yeah, sometimes no, I'm not comfortable, you know, with this situation, you know, because sometimes I take some tablets, you know, because sometimes I'm afraid in the plane, to be honest.
The key word is turbulence.
Turbulence, yes.
That's right.
It depends on the driver. You have some pilot, excuse me. Some pilot is good one, you know. But if you mention Ryanair, sometimes you have a very young people at 20 years like to drive, like to pilot,
fly,
you know,
to fly the plane,
to fly the plane like a car in the circuit, you know.
Yeah. And here's another thing about. Well, first of all, you got to understand something. This is a little trick about turbulence. You know that the reason why a plane is safer than a car, actually, it makes sense if you think about it. When you feel turbulence, right?
Yeah.
The plane is in contact. What's happening is you're flying 600 kilometers an hour, something like that. I forgot the speed. I think it's maybe it's more. Maybe it's 500 miles. I can't remember what the is in kilometers. You're going very fast, almost to the speed of sound, right?
Yeah.
And then what happens is you hit the wind, and the wind is going in the opposite direction of the plane, but you're hitting it so fast that it's like hitting a wall.
Oof.
Right? So it's not that the wind or the turbulence is that bad. It's probably not that bad. It's because the plane is going so fast that when you hit a little bit of wind, it magnifies the intensity of it. In reality, you're in contact with the surface or the medium that you're flying through. In a car or bus or taxi, it's not safe, because if you hit turbulence or a bump in the road, you lose contact with the road.
Yes, exactly.
So you're out of control. You have even if it's just for a second, you're out of control. You don't know how the car is going to land. You can't control how it's going to land. And whereas with the plane, it doesn't matter what kind of turbulence you hit. It really doesn't matter. You know, unless you fly into a hurricane, it doesn't matter, because you never lose contact with the wind, and the wind is what is guiding the plane. So it seems scary, but actually you've got to realize that when you feel that, it's actually a good thing, because it means you're in contact with something that the pilot can control. That's the psychological thing you've got to get over. But I know what you mean. It doesn't feel safe, and you've got to convince yourself that it feels safe. That's the problem. I think that's the trick.
Did you see one time the cabin of the pilot? You know, now today is like PlayStation. You know, you don't have. It's like you can drive the plane like a PlayStation and like a game.
I guess, but you know, they still fly it with their hands, but they've got Yeah, a lot of instruments that give them information and a lot of automatic things, but they still fly it, because if you read it, like, there's like blogs that talk about, you know, if you're afraid of flying, there's blogs that talk about it. There's a good one, I don't remember the name, I looked it up one time, where there's a pilot who talks about turbulence, and he explains in the blog, like, the worst thing that ever happened was when they were landing the plane and there was turbulence on the ground, which is unusual. There was a big gust of wind on the ground. And so as they're coming in, the plane went sideways. And it took him and the co-pilot grabbing the steering wheel and pulling it all the way to the right to compensate. And it took 2 people to do this physically before the plane leveled off. Now, in that case, they would have just gone back up in the air. It probably would have been okay. But I think that's the problem, is that psychologically you feel like the plane is going to, like, fall out of the sky. But actually, you know, you'd have to go through a Category 5 hurricane before you're going to suffer that kind of damage. So it's actually safe for that reason. By the way, I have done that once. I flew through a really bad thunderstorm and the plane fell for about 30 seconds. So probably a couple thousand feet. And that was horrible. Happened once in my life. Horrible.
Yes, because you don't have the control, and
yeah. Well, it feels like it, but the thing is that the nose of the plane was still straight. The plane fell. As long as the nose of the plane is not pointing down. If you're looking down and your feet are on the ground, you're not looking forward and it's down. If you're looking forward and it's straight, there's no danger. Even if it gets hit by lightning or whatever, they're designed so. Try getting hit by lightning when you're driving.
yeah.
All right. So I agree. Most people say that it's faster. That's a good thing. It's not comfortable. It can be a little scary. Absolutely. These are some drawbacks. Now, what I want you to do before we get into the present perfect is I want to talk about air travel. So what I've got are stages of a trip. Stages of a trip. I want you to read through them, make sure the vocabulary is clear, and then as a group, we're going to put these in order. So let's go around the room, starting with Daniel. Read it, and just let's make sure everything is clear. The first one is, Daniel? Forget about the number. Start at the very top. The first stage of the trip that we're going to put into order is? Daniel? Hello, Daniel? Hello, Daniel? Are you there? Hello, hello? Oh, I don't hear Daniel. Javier. Read the first one at the top. Javier? No Daniel and no Javier. Uh-oh. Maybe they're flying somewhere. Sandra, are you there?
Yes.
Ah, first one on the top. Read it for us.
Arrive at the airport.
No, forget about number 1. The first one, the very first in the list.
Air travel.
Below.
Board the plane.
Board the plane, which means?
When you go into the plane.
Exactly. Board the plane. To go into the plane. Good. Vitor, read the second, or the one below that.
Collect your bags.
Which means?
When you go to the airport and put together your bags with you and go away from the airport, I think.
Yeah. So you're going to get them at the baggage terminal, or whatever it's called, the luggage. Forgot the name of it, where you pick up the bags on that big conveyor belt kind of thing. Okay, so Daniel and Javier, if you're out there, just say a quick hello, because I called on you and I didn't hear you. Daniel?
Yes.
I had some technical problems, yeah.
Okay, very good. Daniel, read the next one after that. After collect your bags, Daniel, we have?
Go through customs.
What's customs? What does that mean?
Customs is
what do they do at customs?
When you arrive in an airport, there are official department.
That does what?
Yes, and this is the customs.
Official department. What's
Yes.
the purpose? What's the purpose of that department?
And the purpose.
Yeah.
The purpose is to ask for passport. And
No. That's not customs. No. That's the. I don't think that's called customs, is it? When you just hand over your passport, that's the. What is it? Yeah, I forgot the name of it.
Maybe is to
Christian's got the idea. What is it, Christian?
It's something to declare, to pay tax. If you have some material is coming, for example, to USA, to Britain, you need to declare, to the officer to pay tax because it's not, yes.
It's not produced locally.
Yeah, it's importation of exportation, and
Exactly. So customs, I don't know the word in Spanish, but I know it in Portuguese. In Spanish, it's alfândegas. Portuguese, I have no idea. I mean, in Spanish, I have no idea. But that's it. When you declare something and you get taxed on it. So, for example, if you buy a computer, aduana, is that right?
yes, Spanish.
Aduana. Okay, good. Okay, so that's customs. Very good. That's customs. Then we have arrive at the airport. As you can see, these are out of order. Javier, after arrive at the airport, go.
After the airport.
We're not putting these in order yet. Just read the next one below.
Okay, go to the departure gate.
Go to the departure gate. Oh, I missed that one. Yes, sorry. And the next one down after arrive at the airport.
Go
next
to the duty-free shop.
What's that? Is that like customs? What's the duty-free shop?
The shops that they are on inside of the airport.
And why would I want to go there? What is a duty? If it's duty-free, what's a duty?
Without taxes.
Without taxes. Tax-free.
Tax-free.
Duty-free. Same thing. Duty is a tax. Duty-free, tax-free. Okay, and then we land. That's easy. Then we, okay, not then, sorry. Land, leave the airport. Kako, after we leave the airport, what does it say there? Hello, Kako?
Yes, teacher. The following sentences. The following sentence. Go through passport control.
Passport control. So what are they doing there? Why would I want to do that? What's the purpose of that? Just so I know that these terms are clear.
The meaning is to check, to present your passport to the official of the country in which you landed, in order to him make the control, to him check it.
In order for him, not to him, for him.
Okay, for him check it.
Absolutely. You need an official entry into a country unless there's a treaty. Like if you go from Portugal to Spain, so you don't need to do anything. They want to look at your passport, but that's it. But if you go from America to Spain, they have to actually stamp your passport. So passport control is that. See who arrives with a visa and who arrives without one, basically. By the way, when I say visa, I'm not talking about a credit card, right? Everyone knows what I mean by a visa, all right? Can anyone hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
teacher, I can.
So what do I mean by who arrives with a visa? I don't mean a credit card. What is a visa?
A visa is a permission that you need to travel to some countries.
Yeah, that's it. It's an official permission, and it's usually a stamp in your passport. Or sometimes it's a card that they glue to the passport. But yeah, usually a stamp. That's it. So in most countries, you've got a 3-month visa when they stamp your passport as a period where you could be a tourist. Okay, then we have take off, check your bags, go through security. What I want you to do now is take a second, and I'm going to give you 1 minute. I want you to put these in order. You can write them down on a paper if you like. You can write them in the chat window, whatever you prefer. And then I'm going to call on you, and you're going to say them in order. So think about what happens first. Think about what happens before the flight. Think about what happens after the flight. Okay? 1 minute, starting now, to put it in order. "30 seconds left. Keep working." Okay, got about 10 seconds left. Two seconds. 1 second. Time's up. Are you ready? Ready! Are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready! Number 1 is arrive at the airport. That's pretty easy, right? Christian, what
Yeah.
happens after that?
Go to the departure gate.
No.
No. What?
Collect your bag.
Because you are the airport.
Who said that? I heard it. Sandra, was it you?
Collect your bags.
Collect your bags. Almost. Not collect your bags because you didn't leave them. So you can't collect them before you leave them.
Check in your bags.
Check in your bags. Right.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So as we do this,
Collect your bags is at the end.
it's at the end.
It's after
Exactly.
you land.
As we do this, we're going to use these expressions to talk about the sequence. First, then, after that, finally, like this. Okay? So first, you arrive at the airport. Then, you check in your bags. Vitor? After that?
After that, go through security.
Exactly. After that, go through security.
After that,
Security.
go to security.
Excellent, excellent. Javier. And then?
And then,
Remember security where they have the magic wand? And after you go through the little door, then where do you go?
yeah, but so it's gonna be go to the duty-free shop, no?
Yes, but there's probably one step before the duty-free shop.
Through security, checking your bag.
What do you have to show? Once they know you've got no weapons, what do you have to show to the officials?
Go through passport, no.
Why not? Why not? Why not? Sure.
Passport control, yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Passport control.
Yeah, you got to go when you leave and when you arrive. Not all the time, but I think sometimes
Yeah,
at
most of the
security,
time.
sometimes security and passport control are the same thing. Not all the time. So that's it. So first you arrive at the airport, then you check in your bags, and then you go through security, and after that you go through passport control, and then you go through the duty-free shop, and Daniel, after that,
I think is board the plane.
One step before. There's one more thing we missed.
Um,
Can't board the plane unless you go where? First you have to go to the... Where is the plane?
Where in the...
What's the place in the airport where the plane is connected to the airport? Do you know what? Take a look.
Go to departure gate.
Exactly. Exactly. So after that, you go to the departure gate, and finally you board the plane. We're on to step number 7. Okay, Christian. After you board the plane, what happens?
After you board the plane, you leave the airport with the plane, or
No. You don't leave the airport.
You take
off. Right.
Yeah, you take off. Yes. You know. Yes. I'm confused because I don't know if you are landing or if you're just arriving. You know. I understand.
No.
Yeah.
We're leaving. So
Yeah.
we that's why you checked in your bags, because you weren't arriving.
You take off. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Checking your bags is the clue that we're leaving. Okay. So we take off, and then we fly. And after we fly, what's the next step, Christian? After we're done flying, we
landing.
We land. Yeah. We take off, fly, and land. So that brings us to step number 9. We've still got 10, 11, 12, and 13. We've got 4 more. So let's go back to Sandra. After you land, what do you do? Get off the plane and you go where? Very first thing you do. Very first thing. Even before that. Even before. If you don't do this, they won't let you into the country. Forget about your bags. The first thing you have to do is show that you're legal to enter the country. How do you show that?
Go through customs?
No, because that's when you are declaring something you bought. Class, help her out.
Go through passport control.
Exactly. You go again through passport control. Twice. Once to get on and once to get off the plane. Right? And Sandra, after that, then you do what? Then you probably brought stuff with you, so after you go through passport control, Sandra, you then...
Check in your bags? No.
Not check in, the opposite.
Collect your bags.
You collect your bags. Okay, we're down to the last 2. Victor, after you collect your bags, you...
Okay, after I collect my bag, I go through customs. Customs.
Right, and the last step, Javier, very last? It's the last thing we do after... We may go to customs, we may not, but the last thing we do is what, Javier?
Leave the airport, no?
Leave the airport. Okay. So, I want you to... I think you've got the basic idea. Oh, I should have had this slide on the screen, actually. Those are people going through passport... security. Those are the people going through security. You can see them there. And this is what we said. I arrived at the airport, I checked my bags, I went through security, went through passport control, went to the duty-free shop, went to the departure gate, boarded the plane, takeoff, landed, passport control, collected the bag, customs, left the airport. You got the idea. Now, I want you to look at a journey of a particular person right now. This is Ben's journey. We're going to hear a little bit about Ben, and we're going to use his journey as an example of how to talk about things you have done, about the present perfect, which is the purpose of the class, actually. So what I want you to do here is what I want you to do. Look at Ben's journey. Look at the graph. Notice it's a bunch of arrows. Okay? Study it for a second. Notice that there's 16 steps in Ben's journey. What I want you to do is I want you to tell me if these statements I'm going to say to you are true or false. For example, Ben changed some money before passport control. Is that true or false? Look at his journey and tell me if it's true or false.
Sorry, can you repeat? Because
Tell me, looking at that journey, is this sentence true or is it false? The sentence is, Ben changed some money before passport control. True or false?
for me,
False.
yeah.
False. Yeah.
There's no stage where he's changing money. Okay, very good. Sentence number 2. He read a newspaper.
Number 5, no?
I'm sorry?
In number 5, he's changing currency, no?
In number 5,
Yes.
he changes currency. So it's after.
Yeah. No, but you said that there is no change.
Sorry, yes. Sorry, it's after security. Right. Sentence number 2. This is 2 out of 6. He read a newspaper before going to the departure gate.
7.
In step 7. So, is it true or false?
Yeah, it's true.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. Very good. So far, so good. Number 3. His plane was late. His plane was late. True or false?
Number 9, it delayed.
True, no?
Delayed. It is true.
Yeah.
His plane was late. Very good. He went to the duty-free shop immediately after checking in. He went to the duty-free shop immediately after checking in.
False.
False? Why? Take a look.
Checking in, but after passport and after... So there are some steps before, no?
It's true.
Let's see. He checks in what? Number 2, right? Goes to passport control, goes to security, or whatever it is. The baggage claim, the checking in the baggage. No, that's security. That's still security. Changes currency, goes to duty-free shop. I would say it's true because he had to change. Maybe he had to change the currency first. Maybe, I don't know. I'm going to say it's true because it's pretty close to checking in. I'm going to say true for that. Anyway, he does do it in number 6. Okay? So we can agree to disagree. I'm going to say true.
Yeah, it's true, yes. Number 6.
Right. Number 5. He went to the toilet after boarding the plane. True or false?
Yes, true. Is the step number 10.
It is step number 10. Listen again. He went to the toilet after boarding the plane.
False.
False.
Before. Okay.
It's before he boarded the plane, right? Before. Last one, number 6. Jess, that's his girlfriend, Jess met him after he went through customs.
It's number 16.
So
It's true.
it's true. There she is. Welcome home. Oh, isn't that nice? It's very nice. Okay, these were the sentences I said just a moment ago. If you want to review them, they're in slide 6. Now I want to get to the grammar. What I want you to do is I want you to listen to 2 conversations, and I want you to notice we're going to be using our key verb tense, the present perfect. So you're going to have to fill in these sentences using the present perfect, and then we'll see what the present perfect actually is. We'll do that in just a second. But first, I want you to actually listen to 2 conversations. One goes well, and the other one does not go so well. Okay? You'll use those to complete these sentences talking about experience, basically. Here we go. Conversation number 1. This is Ben's journey, and his girlfriend Jess. Conversation number 1. Ben says, "Hi, Jess." Jess says, "Hi, where are you?" Ben, "I'm at the airport." Jess, have you checked in yet? Ben, "Yes, I've just come through passport control. I'm in the departure lounge." Jess. Oh, don't forget to buy me a present from the duty-free shop. Ben. I've already bought your present. Jess. Oh, really? What is it? Ben. Aha. I'm not telling you. Har, 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 har. Okay, that's a little joke. That's conversation number 1. Let's listen to another version of this conversation where things turn out a little differently. Conversation 2. Jess. Ben, where are you? Ben. We've just landed. The flight was delayed. Jess. Yeah, I know. Have you collected your bags yet? Ben. No, I haven't. No, I haven't been through passport control yet. Have you been here long? Jess. Yeah, I arrived early. I've been here since 3 o'clock. Ben. Sorry about that. Read a newspaper. Jess. I've already read the newspaper. Ben. Crossword? Jess. Done. Ben. Well, see you soon. 2 different scenarios with 2 different flights, perhaps. Whereabouts in his journey is Ben? Think about these 2 conversations. Is he in a different place? Is he in the same place? And where is he in that journey that you just saw? In conversation 1, where is he in the journey? If you want, I'll put it back on screen for a second. In conversation 1, where was he in that journey? In conversation 2, he's in a different place. So where is he in the journey in conversation 2?
Conversation 2 in duty free, no? Shop duty free shop.
Let's see. Duty free. No, I wouldn't say that. I'd say that he's
buying something, no? Or not?
They talked about it, but I think he's further along. I would say that I can't see it here. I would say that he is around step 15 in the conversation 2. Do you agree with me? In conversation 2, he's somewhere around step 15. Maybe he just passed through step 14. Well, let's compare that 1 to 2. In conversation 1, where is he in this diagram? Uh-oh.
After checking, he say he checking the bags.
Yeah, he's after check-in, right. So he's after check-in. Can you see what step he's on in particular?
I think it's the number 3, passport control.
Passport control. He is passport control. I was going to say I think he's in the departure lounge when conversation 1. Because in conversation 1 he says, let me go back for a second, I've just come through passport control. I'm in the departure lounge. So you're close. He's just after passport control, and he's somewhere between steps. He's probably around step 7, probably. Don't you think? Because if he's in the departure lounge, he's probably waiting for the plane. Probably step 7. And in conversation 2, he's on his way to get his baggage because he says, have you collected your bags yet? No, I haven't. I haven't been through passport control yet. So in conversation 2, I would put him at step 13, actually. No, where's passport control? There. You know what? It's a little bit difficult. I think, yeah, maybe. Yeah, he's around step 13. He's heading towards 13. He got off the plane, and he's heading toward passport control. That's where he is in his journey. Take another look at those sentences now. I want you to see if you can complete those sentences. Vitor, take the first one. What would be the right way to complete that sentence based on what you heard?
Okay, the sentence number 1?
Mm-hmm, that's right.
Okay, have you checked your bag? Have you checked in your bags?
You're missing a word. Have you checked in your bags? What? You need a special adverb.
Yet?
Yet. Correct. Have you checked in yet? Let's keep it simple. Have you checked in yet? Sandra, take a look at number 2. Based on that journey and what you heard, how would you complete number 2?
I've just come through the security.
I've just come through security. Yeah. Or we could also say I've just come through passport control. Yeah, either one is good.
Okay.
And the key adverb you used was, you said I've just. Am I right? Yeah, I've just.
I've just.
So
Okay.
number 1 we use yet, and number 2 we use just. Make a mental note of those. Javier, number 3.
I've already bought your
Remember what Jess asked Ben to do? Oh, you're going to the duty-free shop. Buy me.
present.
Right. Notice the adverb in the sentence. It's not just, it's not yet. What's the adverb, the time adverb?
Already.
Already. Just, yet, and already. Pay attention to those. Okay, these are really important. Daniel, what did you hear for number 4? What would be a good way to finish number 4?
I don't know. We've just
Remember, he's on the phone. She's trying to figure out what's going on with him. What did he just do when he picked up the phone? And notice he says we've. He doesn't say I. So it's not something that he did. It's something that the plane did, because he says we've. What did the plane just do? Make an educated guess if you're not sure.
take off.
Can you call people after taking off on a plane, Daniel? Are you allowed to phone people from the plane?
Sorry?
Are you allowed to have your telephone on?
No.
No. So we've just not taken off. We've just, what's the opposite? We've just
Turn off, or turn off the phone.
Let's go back to the answers. If you haven't taken off, what have you done? What's the opposite of take off?
Yeah. Okay. Land.
Good. Say the whole sentence for number 4. Say the whole thing. We've
just landed.
Correct. We've just landed. Does that mean we landed an hour ago, or does that mean we landed a minute ago? Daniel. Uh-oh, I don't hear you, Daniel. We just landed. Is that recently, or could that have been a long time ago?
No, it's when you say have just is in the moment, no?
It's in the
right
moment.
now.
It's right now, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So make a mental note of these adverbs that we're using, these time adverbs. Just is recent. Yet and already have a slightly different meaning. We'll see those in a second. Number 5, Christian.
Number 5. Have you collected your luggage already?
Very good. Have you collected your luggage, or have you collected your bags already?
Yeah.
Could I say, have you collected your bags yet?
Yet? Yes, we can. We can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, here's the difference, Christian.
The difference is because it's now. It's a recent time.
Well, wait. Here's the difference. I want to tell you.
Have you collected your...
I want to tell you the answer, though. It can't be already. It's not possible. And the reason is because already goes at the beginning, and yet goes at the end.
Okay.
So it's not have you collected your bags already. That's not actually the normal word pattern for this adverb. It's okay to say it, people will say it, but it's not really the way we normally say it. If it's already, it goes at the beginning. Have you already collected your bags? Now that choice isn't given to us because you see there's no space for it. So in number 5, the only answer possible is yet, because yet goes at the end.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Have you collected your luggage yet?
Okay.
Okay. So the only difference between them is that already goes in the beginning and yet goes at the end. That's really it. They mean the same thing. Okay, let's go on to Kako. You know, is it Kako or Kako? I never know how to say your name. How do I say your name the right way? Kako, are you there? Uh-oh. Did we lose Kako? Uh-oh. I don't hear Kako. Let's go back to Victor. Kako, turn your mic if you hear me. Let's go back to Victor for number 6.
Okay. I haven't been through passport control yet.
Right, very good. I haven't been there yet. It goes at the end. Very good. Last one goes to Sandra. Last one, number 7.
I've already read the.
Remember, she's waiting for him, and he tells her to do things to pass the time. Yes.
Newspaper.
Yes.
Oh.
Newspaper.
Newspaper. Okay.
Good. Repeat. I've already read the newspaper.
I've already read the newspaper.
Read or read, Sandra?
Read.
No, read.
Read. Okay.
I've already read the newspaper.
Read. I've already read the newspaper.
Read and read have the same spelling, but they're pronounced differently.
Okay.
Here, you know it's read because you're using the present perfect. And the present perfect is a combination of 2 verbs. The second verb is always in the past. So you know you've got to say it read.
Read.
Let's take a look at the present perfect now. Give me a second. Yeah, okay, we have time for this. The form of the present perfect, you're going to see the rules on slide 10. And we'll clarify exactly when to use those adverbs. But what I want you to do to get into the present perfect and get used to it, let's take a look at these exercises here. Look at the question and look at the answer and see how you would match them up. For example, Kako, are you there? Let's just see if you can read the first one for us.
Yes, teacher.
Ah, there you are. There you go. Okay. So, number 1 is done for us. What have you done this morning? I've washed my hair. Or, we can't say already and we can't say yet. What about number 2? I want you to just use the present perfect to match up the answer with the question. Kako, number 2.
Okay, teacher. Why don't you wash your hair?
What do you think is the best answer to that?
Letter C.
Exactly.
I've already washed it.
That's right. I've already washed it. I've done it. I don't need to do it again. I've already. So you can already see that already means that you've done something before. Okay. Christian, what about have you finished in the bathroom? Now we're at home and it's a mother talking to the kid, or husband talking to the wife, or the wife talking to the husband, something like that. Have you finished in the bathroom?
We can say it. No, I have one letter. No. Sorry. You finish it in the bathroom. I have already washed it. No.
Not possible. Not possible. Because we used it already. So try again. We've already used C. Second guess.
No.
Yes?
Have you finished in the bathroom? We can say it. No, I haven't washed in my hair yet. No.
Right. Correct.
Yeah.
And you know it's correct because the answer is positive or negative.
Yeah.
Which is the sentence a positive or a negative sentence, Christian?
Yes, it's a negative sentence.
It's a negative sentence. You have to use yet.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
So that's a second rule for using yet. Second
Okay.
rule. I haven't done it yet, but I plan to do it soon. A negative sentence requires a yet. Daniel, what do you think is the best match with number 4? Why is your hair wet? Oh my goodness, why is your hair wet?
Yes, I think it's I've just washed it.
Exactly. Have you washed it recently or a long time ago?
Yes,
Obviously, right now. Right, because it's still wet. So we use just for recent times. Javier, last one. Have you had a shower yet? Now, this time it's a question. Negatives and questions usually use the same forms. We use yet because it's a question. Have you had a shower yet, Javier? Not you personally, but your character.
No, I'll have one later.
I'll have one later. Okay, I'll have one later. Just the present perfect. No need for just, already, or yet so far. Very good. So let's summarize those rules so that they're clear for the future. We're in the class, but let's just do this last part. We'll just put the right adverb. So, Sandra, you're going to do number 1. Victor, number 2. Kako, number 3. Christian, number 4. Daniel, number 5. Javier, you're going to tell us if we're right or wrong. Sandra, number 1. Use what in questions and negatives? What's the right answer? Which adverb do we use? Sandra?
Yes.
Number 1? You got 3 choices, just, yet, and already. 3
Already?
choices.
Already?
No. Victor, number 1. You got 2 choices left. Vitor?
Okay. Use yet in question and negative sentence.
Perfect. That is it. Not already, but yet. Okay. Kako, number 2. Use blank or blank in positive sentences. What 2 adverbs can we use in positive sentences? Based
Use
on what we
just,
just did? Yeah.
Use just or already in positive sentences.
Correct. Not yet, but just already. Very good. Christian, we're running out of time, but let's do number 3. Use blank.
Yes, you can say it also just and already. Use just to say that the action is very recent.
Exactly. Just is for recent actions. Perfect. Number 4, Daniel. Daniel's got the difficult one.
4. Okay. If the other person thinks you have done something, use already to say that you have done it.
Right. You have done it. It's positive. Use already. Perfect. Last one. Oh, this goes to Javier. Javier, you got lucky. Number 5.
Number 5. Yes, you haven't done something, but you plan to do it. Use yet.
Notice it's haven't. That's a big clue.
Yet. Use yet if you haven't done something, but you plan to do it.
Excellent.
Yet.
That's it. That's it. So just to recap, number 1, we said yet. Number 2, just and already. Number 3, just. Number 4, already. And number 5, yet. Okay. So here's the thing. Ben's journey from earlier today, that and the steps that we talked about in air travel, they have all the clues you need, right, to review the use of the present perfect with the right adverbs. You've got a few other exercises you can try on your own, all right? And if there's any questions about the answers, send me a message and I'll be happy to clarify things for you. We've got to stop now, so we don't have time to do our speaking activity, but don't worry. We're going to be working with the present perfect on next Tuesday and next Thursday as well, so you'll have another chance, okay? Probably I'm going to take this presentation and I'm going to do it again on Tuesday, not the whole thing, but the ending where you have a chance to talk about your experiences traveling using the present perfect. So you'll have a second chance on Tuesday. I'm going to stop here. I'll be back for 2 hours tomorrow from 12 to 2 GMT for learning from pictures, where you learn vocabulary by describing pictures, and language games, where we play a game where you get to reuse some of the things you've learned during the week. Bye for now, everyone. Have a great day. See you.
Bye, teacher. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank
Bye,
you.
teacher. Thank you. Take care.